Man, what a terrible night of Impact Victory Road show that was. I didn't get a point. Rick Hard didn't get a point. And the randomizer got a freaking point.
Yeah, but you know what's funnier? Happy birthday, Lou!
Hey!
Welcome to TFSPOD, the Show Podcast. It's 24/7 Lou. I did not expect that. And that's
Rick Hard! Woo!
And that's
The one-man band. And I got a point, damn it.
there we go. That's what I was waiting on. Yes, folks, welcome to TFSPOD. Let me tell you something. From the highest mountain to the lowest valley and everywhere in between, we are the beast of the East, the best in the West. And you are listening to TFSPOD, your girlfriend and your pet's favorite show. In this episode, we're going to do a recap of Impact's Victory Road, which was not a victory road for me. It was more like a defeat pebble path. But before we get to all that, the one-man band, give us that line that everybody loves.
Rick Hard, get the scoreboard.
All right. Let's get this out of the way. Lou, you are still in the lead at 14 points.
Reigning, defending. Yeah.
For now.
Oh.
Followed by myself at 12 points in second place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
And hot on my heels with a recent win is the one-man band at 11 points.
Wow. Yeah, man. That's pretty good, man.
We are well past the
Career high.
Yeah, actually it is. I just realized that. Wow. He's riding that victory road.
Yeah.
How far it'll go, we'll see.
Who's in bound for glory?
Oh. Full gear.
All right. Survivor Series.
Now you're just throwing stuff out.
I messed up. I dropped the ball.
But it was also a very big night because we now have a definitive fourth place with Main Event Jeff also getting a point. He is now at 8 points.
Oh wow. He's tied my record.
Yeah, he tied your record for rookie year.
Yeah, rookie year. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, very impressive showing. Beating mainstay for the last 2 years, Jay Few. Whew.
Wow.
Still special.
Very impressive. He's in his home planet. Yes.
Oh, okay.
However, Jay Few is still the 5th place contender with 7 points on the board. A lucky 7.
Yep.
Wow.
Had a bit of a dry spell.
Fifth place, 7 points. I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of him. That's competitive this year, man.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
Look,
this is competitive.
With the new rules, everything is very competitive. You can get a perfect score, you get 2 points. And what do we have left? Do we have what for 2 points? As just in general, as a main show will be what Survivor
Series.
Survivor Series, right? Yeah.
And not
which means if you get a perfect score there, you get 3. No, Bound for Glory already passed.
Oh, okay. No, which is the next one that we have?
The next one that we have for AEW Full Gear.
Full Gear, yeah. That's the last one for the year.
Oh, no,
we got several.
I meant Impact. Doesn't Impact have another show, a big show?
I think they have a big show in.
That one October. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let me let you finish that scoreboard, and we'll get back to that in a minute.
You're right. Because behind Jay Few with 4 points is Big Al.
Yeah.
He's been lingering there for a bit, but each their own. Mm-hmm. Because no matter how big the dry spell is, you can break it, as proven by hot on their heels with a recent win.
Wow.
The randomizer at 3 points, tying last year's performance.
3.
Heel.
Wait, Did they tie last year's performance? I think they had a better year last year. No, they had a better year last year. They had a way better year last year. 5 points. They still haven't tied last year's performance. And now to end it with everyone's favorite line, everyone else is at 0.
Including Bogey.
That's the scoreboard. Back to you, Lou.
All right, yeah. So what we were talking about there, what we have another one from Impact Wrestling, which is
now, ironically enough, I'm looking at it. I could have swore Bound for Glory already passed.
No, I didn't. I know,
but I don't see it. I don't see it. I think you might be right.
October 7th or 6th or something. I think it is.
Well, in that case, is that the 2 No, wait.
Wrong.
Man, why am I getting this completely?
So
you know what? I think that is the 2 point show for Impact.
Yep, that's a big show for them.
Oh, there you go. There you go. We have plus you got Triple Mania Night 3, Survivor Series, Full Gear, Extreme Rules, Crown Jewel.
Oh.
Wow.
And do you know Impact's going to have one more show before Bound for Glory?
Oh, please.
Or after Bound for Glory?
Yeah. So
how many other? Why am I drawing a blank?
I don't know.
How many other movies from this guy? Steven Seagal movie titles are out there?
Mark for Death, Fire Down Below.
There you go.
Exit Wounds.
Oh.
There you go. Exit Wounds. That's the one. Coming in December.
Is it really?
No, I'm just kidding.
That would have been funny.
That would have been a good one.
That'd be hilarious, man. Oh my god.
You know, I would do a promotion.
Gotta fill up that bingo cards.
I would do a promotion just based on action stars like movies.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a real thing. I would not be surprised. That's something I would do.
Now, I'm gonna say this now. I know I haven't said this before off air, but I'm gonna say it now as we record it. I've been thinking of trying to write a radio play about a wrestling promotion, like a small promotion in a small town or whatever. And I think as a comedy, I think the line I would always use would be I would name every promotion after a famous action stars movie.
Yeah, it'd be good, man. I'm telling you.
So I don't know.
Under Siege.
Yeah, or is it double the one or Jean-Claude Van Damme old movies or something.
Double Impact.
Something like that. I would name my paper.
Bloodsport.
You see what I mean?
Lionheart.
Coming this Sunday.
Oh, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think Lionheart, the movie Lionheart, was inspiration for Chris Jericho to be Lionheart, like Corazón de León. I think it might have been, actually, thinking about it.
Ooh, that's interesting. All right, so
I want to say it is, yeah.
So let's talk about Impact. It was a horrible show. Horrible.
Well, we all know the rules, guys. When the randomizer wins, it's not a good show. And
well, I won too, though. Damn, it was.
So yeah, okay.
Can't be that bad.
Bittersweet.
Well, we gotta call it like we see it. For the record, Impact of the 3 points the randomizer has won. Impact has 2 shows in those points. So.
Oh wow.
Right next to Sacrifice.
Now we know how Scott D'Amore thinks. He has a prior wheel over there of his own. All right, so
I still insist it's a dartboard, but
wait, don't give away next year's randomizer. Come on, man.
All right.
Next year,
let's
the dartboard. Damn, now I gotta buy a dartboard.
Oh my gosh.
Funny.
All right, let's get to Impact's. I see on my notes I wrote Road to Victory, and I know it's Victory Road.
Yeah.
Road to Victory. Yeah, someone was counting their chickens before they hatched.
So I missed the first few matches of these of the show, and let's just go quickly right through them before we get to the bigger matches of the show. So we're going to start.
Well, it is Impact, so let's address the matches that they added in. Probably.
Yeah. Those were the first ones. Well, let me see here. Hold on, because I'm looking at the Impact page and look at the results, and of course our scoreboard there. But what was it? We had what? Bullet Club, Juice Robinson, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay versus Jason Hotch, Shogun.
So essentially, we did predictions for 7 matches.
Yeah.
Impact in true Impact fashion. Added a bunch of matches afterwards.
Ugh.
So they ended up having 10 matches on the card. 1 dark match, 2 pre-show matches. First match was Taya Valkyrie with Rosemary and Jessica with a K versus Alicia Edwards. And Taya Valkyrie got the win there in the dark match. Not a lot to go off of there. It was a 5-minute, 44-second match.
All right, and what else?
Well, just to animate the crowd, I guess.
Oh,
Plus, it was a 3-on-1 affair, so there was probably some shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Then, yes, as you mentioned in the pre-show, we had Bullet Club, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Juice Robinson get a win over Jack Price, Jason Hotch, and Shogun in a standard 6-man tag match. This match actually went shorter than the previous match I mentioned by a little over a minute. So, must have been pretty action-packed or very decisive.
Huh.
Yeah, because I don't know where that goes with the storyline. I guess for Bullet Club, but I don't see them doing anything with Bullet Club right now in Impact. They're mostly focusing. I don't know.
I mean, did they lose Jay White? Did Impact lose the contract for Jay White? Because I feel like they had a plan for them, and now it's kind of just.
No, well, I feel that we were lucky to have Jay White because of the global bastard. And he wasn't going back to Japan. And when he got a chance to go back to Japan, he was gone because we don't even see him on AEW.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
For me, I think he was just staying here because it was work. He had work here, and he was appearing on both shows. Remember we had a week where he was on both shows.
Yeah, I remember.
And even went to Japan.
I feel like since he left, they kind of shifted Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he might have been the guy carrying Bullet Club. Plus, if you're aware, Gallows and Anderson are probably going to be parting ways with Impact soon. So
yeah.
Bullet Club seems to be taking a bit of a hit there.
Yeah, I believe it.
They're taking shots?
Sorry. Good one.
There you go.
All right, next match. Tasha Steelz.
All right. Next match on the pre-show, we actually did do predictions for this. It was Tasha Steelz versus Killer Kelly, starting off the terrible night for us, Lou. Because we kind of went out what was apparently a bad limb and said Killer Kelly would get the win over Tasha Steelz, but no, apparently the former champ is still gonna.
You had a remark on this, right? What were you saying? I think you were saying something about her.
About who and about who and who?
Tasha Steelz.
Tasha Steelz getting the win against Killer Kelly. We can do the play-by-play.
I think it was. I think it was more because Tasha Steelz didn't have somebody in her corner. I think that's what I said. And also that if I remember correctly, Tasha Steelz was kind of going on a run.
Oh yeah. You mentioned that. Yeah, I think I mentioned that once before that. She was.
She's been going on a pretty good run.
And I thought it was the other way around. They were going to try to highlight Killer Kelly. But,
the newly debuting person. I didn't think they would highlight her by saying, "Yeah, you're going to get disqualified and look good in defeat."
Well, she looked good either way.
But yeah, I get that, but I would have really liked to see her win.
Yeah, I know.
Mostly because that would have really helped me.
I would have liked those points.
The final score.
All right, and then we got the.
But yeah, Tasha Steelz got that win. That concluded the pre-show and started our night not so good with the randomizer, with the eventual winners basically starting off with a point. Yeah.
Yep, and then we had the next matchup for the X Division Championship.
Next matchup was Mike Bailey getting a win over Delirious. And yeah, I think that was a consensus. Hold on.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was a consensus pick. We all kind of we saw that title wasn't going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Nothing against Delirious there. Very cool name for a wrestler, by the way. Delirious.
Oh, Delirious. I know who he is. He was in Ring of Honor before.
Oh, okay.
Danhausen actually did a segment with him one time. It was funny. He called him Delirious Hausen.
Delirious Hausen.
Yeah, because he speaks very like like that. You know, like it's an act, but it's funny. It's funny. I'll show you the video. I'll find
hilarious, actually, the more I think about it. And I know Danhausen. I know Danhausen's comedy. That guy can work with anything, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'll find it for you. It was a segment back in like 2019, I think it was. Danhausen acts like an interviewer, and he's running around all of Ring of Honor. It was hilarious. Like you'll find that funny. I'll find it for you.
Nice. All right. But yeah, Mike Bailey in a pots and pans move. The consensus paid off. Mike Bailey got the win. Retained. Decent championship reign so far. I think he's getting to what? Close to 3 months at this point?
I think so.
Rick Card, did he talk to Main Event Jeff on his take on his victory at Impact's show, Victory Road?
Yeah, he kind of mentioned it in passing, like, all right, another point on the board, baby. He kind of just saw it as a step, just another step on the road. This is what you guys listen to TFS Pod for the puns.
There you go.
Quite a few of them.
And then the next matchup, we had PCO, which I found out finally. I now know what it stands for. Perfect Creation 1. I never knew that.
I never would have guessed that. Never would have guessed that in a million years.
Yeah, I never would have thought that either. I know that those the initials also stand for his actual real name.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Pierre Carl Ouellet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Perfect Creation 1 sounds way better.
I mean, it has a good gimmick. I know it's like a Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's great. I gotta say.
But yeah, that was and Vincent versus PCO and Vincent versus the Motor City Machine Guns, and the whole purpose there was to soften up the Motor City Machine Guns. So when they face the Impact Tag Team Champions at Bound for Glory, who are Honor No More's what is the name? Matt. What is the name? I forgot the names.
Matt Taven.
Matt Taven
and Mike Bennett.
Yeah. The champs. They're the current Impact Tag Team Champions.
You know, I'm kind of surprised Honor No More is not defending using the Freebird rule.
What do you mean? Like flipping them around, moving them around?
Yeah, shifting around the faction members.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't I'm sure Violent by Design did it.
Oh, and speaking of Violent by Design, one of the guys, Joe Deering, has cancer, which they mentioned that on the show, and they are collecting money.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Best of luck on that, because
man.
It's especially glad they brought
it.
Yeah,
it came back. It came back. He had it. I think he has his brain cancer. I think, isn't that?
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, it's
one
serious.
of the severe ones. It is one of the severe ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about cancer, but yeah.
And Trey Miguel actually in his match, he came out wearing a T-shirt to remind everyone to buy the shirts and help give money to help Joe Deering out.
Yeah.
So that was a good gesture by Trey Miguel. But yeah, in this match,
yeah, for sure.
The Motor City Machine Guns defeated them, and again, we didn't make a prediction on this one, so no points were given on this one.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting, Lou, because I remember you brought it up prior to the show, but also your prediction was that Honor No More was going to have a great night, which influenced your picks on this and some other matches. Not on this one in particular. And then, and yet, well, we'll cover it later. But
my take on this pay-per-view was I was looking at an angle where because we knew there was a match of Eddie Edwards versus Josh Alexander for the title, right? So my angle was thinking, okay, there's a setup show for Bound for Glory, so that means we got to have the heels win these matches to go into to the big show that we're going to have a Bound for Glory. So I was thinking, okay, yeah, Honor No More is going to take victories all over the place. But we didn't predict on this one, so luckily I didn't make that prediction because I would have lost.
Well, you lost anyway, so.
Oh.
Yeah. Cold.
It's too fresh, man. The wound's too fresh.
Too soon.
Too soon. So, talking about the next matchup here, Mickie James versus Giselle Shaw. And what was the stipulation on this one? For retirement?
Career-ending match. If Mickie James would have lost, she would have been forced to retire from in-ring competition. Mm-hmm. And, much to everybody's credit, we gave this a pots and pans. We said, Mickie James ain't going anywhere. Yep. And we were right.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I knew it.
On this show, no. Maybe Bound for Glory? Maybe. A big show, yes.
That might be the next thing. Reason and this one, the reason I chose Mickie James to win is because she did an interview. She did a segment of like a week or so prior that she said, "Oh, I don't think maybe I can't hang anymore like I used to." And then she's like, "I look at my opponent and I look, maybe my time has passed, but I'm not retiring yet." And she's like, I need to prove this to myself to see if I can still hang. So right when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, she's staying for a little bit, at least more.
If anybody should retire Mickie James, I think it should be Deonna Purrazzo. That's just me though.
That'd be a good one.
If anybody in Impact.
Well, yeah, an Impact.
Can't argue that.
What about in general? Like any company.
In general, Mickie James seems like a beloved wrestler, so.
I agree.
I would have to be somebody who's heelish, could use the shine. I say Alexa Bliss.
I say
only because she never got that match against Trish Stratus.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So might as well be Trish Stratus' biggest fan. That's a shout out to Mickie James's first gimmick, by the way.
Oh yeah, there you go. So yeah, Mickie James wins this one, walks away, still in the company. We'll see what happens on at Bound for Glory. Now we go to the next matchup, which was a crazy one, which was that triple threat.
The intergender triple threat revolver match to determine the number one contender for the Impact X Division Championship.
Don't forget the animal.
Intergender, interspecies, because Black Taurus is in it.
It's a bull. Literally a bull. So yeah, this
this man, did I eat crow on this one? No, Lou, you kind of did too.
Okay, well look, and here it goes. The way this broke down was I picked Kenny King. You and the one man band picked Trey Miguel, thinking he was coming up and doing something. Main event
Jeff picked Mia Yim of all folks, which was that was out of left field.
It was, but it was still a good pick because she had a good showing during the match. And the randomizer had picked Laredo Kid. None of us won because Frankie Kazarian won.
Yeah, nobody picked Frankie Kazarian. We had 2 points up for grab. Nobody picked him. And why I specifically am eating crow right now is because, if I'm not mistaken, there you go. That guy on the motorcycle's on Victory Road too. If I'm not mistaken, I had to pick first, and I went with a process of elimination.
Yeah, you did.
And I specifically went out of my way to eliminate Frankie Kazarian and say he's not winning it, no chance.
Yes.
Too old. I said something along the lines of too old, we need something fresh. And what the hell happens? It just flied in my face, just right there. He won the match. My pick didn't even make it to the final three. He got eliminated.
Yeah, and I was making fun of main event Jeff with Mia Yim. I needed more ink. I was making fun of main event Jeff the whole night. I needed more ink with his predictions. And look at that. He wins a point. So yeah, it was
it paid off.
A crowful night.
But yeah, very out of left field. I guess it's a big moment for the. They're relying on their vets there. Frank Kazarian, he's no stranger to Impact and being in their pay-per-views. So I think it could be an interesting story they tell with him and Mike Bailey.
But you know what? If it would have been Mia Yim, I think that would have been bigger.
She
Because
could have been the next. She could have been the next Tessa Blanchard.
does it blank?
Arriving.
Arriving, yeah.
But really, I mean, it would have caught some eyeballs. Like, what? A woman's fighting for the X Division Championship.
The X Division Championship, yeah.
So it would.
Well, we've already seen that with Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace was doing that with another championship, the
social media.
That was the social media title. But yeah, it's just one of those. It's just one of those things where it would have been interesting, but we went with someone who has the name recognition.
Yeah.
Over what I felt was a very, very hot Trey Miguel, who could have put on every time Trey Miguel steps in the ring, he puts on an amazing show.
He does.
The fact that he's not getting a match for a championship at Bound for Glory is a little upsetting.
That is true. Because
I'm sure if he wrestles another match, it'll still put on an interesting show. I'm just curious to see what they do with him.
You know, and I was looking at like that face heel kind of build up, and that's why I went with Kenny King from Honor No More. I thought, okay, you know, Honor No More's night, they'll have a contender in there, and you know, trying to go for a championship, just like they already have the tag team titles.
Yeah, where they all you're thinking the usual. Whenever there's a faction and a group of people, you always think to yourself, how long is it going to be before every member of the group has the title? Mm-hmm. You know, so it's just one of those things. But no, it's not going to happen with Honor No More, and I stand by that statement.
And is Frankie there supposed to be a heel? Because Mike Bailey's not a heel.
Hey, he looks like just a tweener to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
You know, he puts on a good show, but yeah, like you said, a tweener putting on a good show. So yeah, that was that matchup. So.
Either way, out of left field for everybody making predictions, I especially take back the words I said. Apparently, I was proven wrong. Same thing with the next match.
Yeah. Oh well.
Because Honor No More.
Before that, we had about 20 minutes of Bobby Fish on our screens there.
Right. Speaking of contracts, with AEW, contracts expiring, apparently Bobby Fish is signed with Impact, and he insists that he wants legitimate competition.
Yeah. What I heard. And I mean, at least from his promo, was that he was happy to finally be in this place that, you know, didn't have any whining, you know, prima donnas or something like that, which is an obvious shot. Him and I think we all know who.
Yeah.
They apparently do not get along at all. Like, they don't like each other. I think Bobby Fish has made it known that he does not like, and vice versa, it seems.
Well, damn.
Yeah, man.
Well, he's an Impact.
We keep hearing the echoes of that reverberating moment from.
Yes, I agreed.
From that event. Jeez.
All right, and let's go to our next matchup,
which was a travesty. Wrong team won. I'm gonna keep saying that.
I'm gonna say this.
This is the match. This was the match that knocked you and me out of contention, Lou. By the way, so don't disagree with me.
I'm gonna say this. H&M. Not Honor No More. Heath No More. You hear me, Rickard? I am not going with Heath ever again. Heath No More.
You know what? That's good. That's good. I'm going to save this audio clip so that when he's challenging for the world title, however many months or years it is from now, I'm going to play it back to you and be like, you can't pick him. You can't pick him. Pick the other guy.
You're like, Rickard, you still hasn't won. He has still not won a championship.
Because it's going to take that long. Nah.
It's been 42 years and he still hasn't won that championship. You hear me, Rickard?
You know, if Heath Slater is really wrestling 42 years later and in a major promotion, I think that'll speak volumes about what kind of wrestler he is more than anything else I can say.
You hear me, Rickard? He's not won a championship. You're not going to win, and I'm right. You know it.
I like how future you apparently lost all his teeth.
Yeah.
Either way, Honor No More, despite not getting the win in the triple threat revolver match, despite not getting a win over Motor City Machine Gun, apparently the faction got a win somewhere in the card because Eddie Edwards, Taven, and Bennett got the win over Heath, Josh Alexander, and Rich Swann, which, come to think of it, sure, I guess it makes Eddie Edwards look impressive.
Strong going
and
into
it defends
the for Glory match.
And it defends the tag champs. The tag champs also look good.
Tag champs look good. The only one look bad was the champ, which is setting up for Eddie Edwards to have the promotion of it at least.
Yeah, to look credible as a challenger, but we all know Josh Alexander's not losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not without a lot of shenanigans.
Oh.
A lot.
All right.
Last match. Apparently he can only lose the title. It wasn't the last match, actually, but apparently he can only lose the title. Josh Alexander can only lose the title with a lot of shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing back to what happened to him almost a year ago. For those of you who don't know. But next match.
Yeah, it was not the last match. I'm sorry.
Next match, right before the main event, was Jordynne Grace going up against Max the Impaler, which, might I say, Max the Impaler, very, very frightening specimen.
The third Viking, the Viking Raider.
Basically, with that look, she would fit right in with that group. But Jordynne Grace coming up with what I felt was the upset and beating Masha Slamovic's pick of an opponent. So, kind of interesting, I guess. Kind of surprising that this match didn't end in the DQ, since the whole point of it was to soften Jordynne Grace up. But Tasha Steele's match ends in a DQ. Maybe Masha Slamovic should have picked Killer Kelly to be Jordynne Grace's opponent.
Right? Huh.
Needed someone with that killer instinct.
So also after that match, we also got an announcement that Raven will be inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame at Bound for Glory. What do you guys think about that?
Yep. Well deserved.
Yep.
I mean, he's not. You don't remember Raven for his time at Impact as much, I don't think. He's more of an ECW. He did, but you know what I'm saying. Raven,
I think I'm more of a shot there.
No, he had his followers and stuff in ECW. That's where he made his name. But he did definitely spent most of his time in Impact afterwards. So, well-deserved. Very good pick for a Hall of Fame. Really rounds it out.
Yeah, it's only one. Where else are they inducting? I didn't even know they had a Hall of Fame. Are they going to do the same thing with a file cabinet in Nashville or something?
Well, they don't do that many inductions. My understanding is Sting was the first person inducted into the Hall of Fame that actually accepted it, because Kurt Angle did not accept it. Or he said he couldn't accept it. And I was like, wow, it's not a good look for Impact, but okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
So AJ went in last year, was it? Or was it this year? I keep forgetting this one.
He might have. We got to look this up.
Yeah, because
we'll talk more about it when we actually reach the Hall of Fame moment for Bound for Glory.
All right. We'll get to that one. But
let's get to the banger of a match that was the main event.
Yeah.
Though ironically, only less than a minute longer than the triple threat revolver match, but still the three-way barbed wire massacre, which I predicted correctly, but
The only one that predicted correctly, because we all had Sami Callihan or Moose.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, it's all about Sami Callihan. It's all about Moose." I'm like, "No, it's about the third wheel, Steve Maclin, getting a nice shine against those guys."
On a filler show.
But we're getting. Yeah, the randomizer proves that. Sorry to downplay your win, one man band, but
Yeah, well, I still won.
I know.
The point counts.
I can no matter what I do, you still got the point. So nothing I can say changes that. But
Exactly.
what a match!
So,
a lot of barbed wire.
Yeah.
We had an interesting spot with an N64 controller.
Oh yeah.
And wrapped in barbed wire from Sami Callihan, who was right at home in this. And just, nobody got a staple gun to the nuts.
Good.
Barbed wire to the mouth.
Yeah, you had that. The barbed wire, you had a barbed wire wrapped bat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Sami Callihan actually came out in a flannel jacket. Which is a nice shout out to Cactus Jack.
Oh,
or
yeah,
Mick
he looked
Foley.
like Cactus Jack. You're right.
Yeah. So, props to Sami Callihan. It's a shame he never made it far in NXT. They gave him that weird hacker gimmick. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I like his work. He definitely. I've yet to be disappointed with any of his basically what are Extreme Rules matches. Very, very creative. Very creative. However, not enough to get the win because Steve Macklin got the win over both Sami Callihan and Moose. Giving me a point, but not enough to get the show.
But this doesn't settle the rivalry between Moose and Callihan.
Precisely, which is why they're going to get their rubber match at Bound for Glory. Just like I figured.
Alrighty. But
you see, I get the big ones. The only problem is Impact hasn't caught up with my brilliant creative with having Heath as the world champ. But they'll catch up.
It's not going to happen. I'm telling you that every time. It's not going to happen. Calm down. That's future me. Calm down. So yeah, that was Victory Road, Impact's Victory Road on a Friday night.
I don't understand why they did that. They went up against, and yeah, we need to draw into this. How many people, comment section, let me hear your voices here. How many people actually tuned in to watch Victory Road over, say, SmackDown or AEW Rampage?
Right.
Because, it's like Lou said, you had a whole weekend, and what did you do? Oh, no, we're going to do it on a Friday so that we can really show the world that we are the definitive number 3 in pro wrestling.
and a 2-hour Rampage, too.
Yeah, it went up against
really
Grand Slam Rampage. What were you thinking, Impact? It could have been a good weekend. But oh well.
Yeah, I'm still with my theory that.
I mean, it was a great weekend for me, so I don't care.
I
quit
told
rubbing
you
it in.
Nashville. I told you he was out on assignment.
There you go. Yes, we need to draw the conspiracy theorists out here. It's kind of interesting that OMB keeps getting a win on the pay-per-views that he doesn't actually appear on the show to record with us for. There's some backroom dealings going on here.
I expect you in studio next time, one man band.
Ah.
I'm gonna slow down this point victory you're getting here.
Stop hating.
So yeah, that was Impact's wrestling.
Can't wait to see what they do in Bound for Glory. I need to get back on the road to victory though.
I'm ready on it.